Good afternoon, Trojans. Thank you for joining us here today at the Olympic Honors Assembly. My name is David Alvarez, and I'm the student body president. We're all gathered here today to honor Newman Smith alumni, class of 2012, Courtney Okolo, on winning first place at the Olympics at Rio in the 4x400 meter women's relay. Let's give it up. Now, it's my honor to welcome the one and only Principal Joe Pouncey.
Let's hear for Courtney Okolo! Courtney Okolo, right here! Now, we can do better than that, folks. Stand, everybody stand. Let's hear for Courtney! Courtney Okolo, right here! In the house! That's better. That's better. All right, let's not get carried away. Okay. I tell you, we talk to you all the time about we're going to be champions first in the classroom, then on any field of dreams. But I tell you what, Courtney exemplifies that to the max. She's a champion, and she's an Olympian. But better still, she's a Newman Smith Trojan. How about that? Courtney Okolo. Now, Courtney, you need to come up here for a second, because there's some other people here I need to introduce you. You need to know who these folks are, because they're all here for you. Come on up here. They're all here for you. Let me introduce a few people, and when I call your name, just stand or wave or give a thumbs up, And let me see who's here. We got Doug Barchek. He's Mayor Pro Tem, City of Carrollton. He's going to present you a little something a little later. We have John Matthews, Vice President of the School Board. He's going to say a few words a little later. We got the great Dr. Bobby Burns, got the superintendent right here. He's going to, Superintendent Ted. No, I'm joking. We got Steve Babbitt, he's Deputy Mayor Pro Tem, City of Carrollton. Glenn Blanchett, City Council Member, City of Carrollton. Let's see. We got the great Richard Fleming, School Board Member, right here. Right here. We got James Good, School Board Member, right here. Let's see, we have Renee Putter, CLBISD Athletic Director. Shelley Gambin, where is Shelley? I thought there she is right there. She's Public Relations CLP. Jason Wheeler over there. Well, there he is. Down at the left up. Jason, raise your hand. Okay, Jason Wheeler, CLP Public Relations. Let's see, who else is here? I don't see Kathy. Well, let's see. Angela Brown. Where's great Angela? Right there. And we want to thank Tim Isley for putting this program. Where's Tim? I want to thank him for putting this program together. And so we're going to bring up James Busby, track coach here. He's going to talk a little bit about Courtney. James Busby, thank you, Courtney.
Today is a great honor for us. Through a turn of fortune or perhaps divine providence, Courtney Okolo came to us, to this campus, to start a career of stellar performance and inspiration. And what could be more fitting than to have a great star achieve at this campus what has been emphasized by our campus leader, Mr. Joe Pouncey, to accept challenges, develop vision, and overcome obstacles while in the pursuit of excellence. Hand for Joe Pouncey. Everybody real quick. While we gather here to honor Ms. Okolo, it is not we who are doing something for her, but rather she is doing something for us. She shows wisdom beyond her years, which she will share with us. Very few high school students would have the opportunity to engage in an event like this, and for that, we thank you, Courtney. I would like to mention, I was sent a text message to Courtney yesterday, just some last minute items, and she mentioned in her return that she was not driving up from Austin. She didn't want to miss a practice that she had scheduled, so she flew up, paid for a plane to come here. That's what you call dedication. I guess the practice got canceled because of the weather, but she was planning to make sure that she could get here and still get her practice in. When she came to me in the fall of 2008, I saw her talent the first day of practice, and the second day, I saw her dedication. I knew I would never have another athlete like that again. Starting her sophomore year, she began winning state championship medals. She won 6 while in high school, which included 3 in the 400, 1 in the 200, and 2 as an anchor for the 4x400 meter relay. She also set the Texas state record in the 400 with a time of 52.40. When she got to college, she won gold medals as anchor for the 4x400 in 2014 and 2016. This is outdoors. I'm not even going to get to her indoor stuff. As well as gold medals in the 400 in 2014 and 2016. She set the NCAA record in the 400 twice, the last time becoming the first woman in college to break the 50-second barrier with a time of 49.71. Based on her performance in the Olympic trials, she was chosen to be a member of the Olympic team and was the leadoff leg for the championship gold-winning USA team in Rio de Janeiro. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Olympic gold medalist Courtney Okolo.
Back here at Newman. I'd like to introduce my family. This is my father, David Okolo. My mother, Humphrey. Back here is Butch and Kelly. They supported me throughout my track career, and this is mine. They worked with my father, and then I have some other just supporters here that I'm really thankful for. I'm glad you guys would all come and support me. It feels really good to be back here. I remember being in this gym. We had pep rallies here. It's just, it really warms my heart to be back here in Newman. I want to thank you all you guys for coming out and honoring me with this. It's such an honor to be here and receive this much love from my high school. Yeah, it's been an amazing journey with track and field. I never, coming in my ninth grade year, I never realized all the things I could do in track and field. I didn't know, I could be a professional athlete in track and field. I started, I remember as Coach Busby was saying, first day of practice, I wanted to be a 100 runner. And so when I came to Coach Busby, first meet, he told me I was running the 400. I was like, the 400? You want me to go all lap around the track? I was like, no. But I remember I did it, and it was hard, it was difficult, but at the end I was like, I think I can really do this. I think I have the talent to do this, and it was a lot of hard work, but I kept with it. I did the workouts. The workouts were a little bit longer than a 100 runner, but I stuck with it, and look where I am now. It's amazing how far I've come in this sport, and I'm really thankful for the roots that I had here at Newman Smith. I wouldn't be an Olympian if it was not for Newman Smith. I wouldn't be running the 400 if it was not for Newman Smith. So, anything is possible. You might think you're in high school, you might not see the big picture now, but trust me, there's a big picture, and if you just keep working, you'll get there. You might be a gold medalist, or the NFL, or a doctor, or whatever. Anything is possible. So I want to thank you guys for this. I'm really honored to be here, and go Trojans.
The questions that you submitted are going to be posed to Ms. Okolo, and she'll answer them, so just enjoy the knowledge she has to share.
Hi, Courtney. My my name's Ashley Jimerson, and my question is, when you were in high school and in college, how did you manage time, like, for example, between athletics and your schoolwork?
In high school, it was a little bit easier. Well, easier than it is in college. In college you have to, it's more on your own self. In high school it's a little bit more structured. But I went to the University of Texas. I graduated this spring. And University of Texas is great. They had tutors, and we had mandatory study hall. I mean, over the years you start to realize, you need your academics in order to have your athletics. And then athletics don't last forever, so it's important to focus on your academics so you can have a future for the rest of your life. So, my parents always instilled in me the importance of education, so it's just something I carried with me throughout college and high school.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Caitlin, and I want to know what was the most challenging thing you faced while training for the Olympics?
The most challenging thing I faced was, I think, just challenges I had within myself. Just mentally, track is a mental sport, 90% mental, 10% athletic, I guess is what they say. So anytime I would get injured or anything, just believing in myself and not doubting, I have a setback right now, but this is not, the end of it. I need to keep pushing and just keep staying positive and understanding that, there's going to be setbacks, but as long as I keep focused on my goals, that I can push through the setbacks and, come back stronger.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jorge Garcia, and my question is, how hard and often did you train when you were still at Smith?
So can you say it again?
How hard and often did you train when you were still at Smith?
I train hard, I think. I really don't remember the workouts, but I know we train like every day, 5 days a week. We had 7th period, and then we had track practice afterwards. But I love my team. Like, we had so much fun, like the girls that I was with. So it was hard, but we had fun doing it, so it made it a lot easier.
Hello, my name is Rambi Toro, and my question today is, what is your routine before you compete?
My routine?
Yes.
So I usually, like on the way to the track meet, I usually listen to music. I always have my headphones in. And then I get treatment a little bit, start my warm up. And right before I race, I say a little prayer in my head. And then I get behind my blocks and gun goes up. This is my routine.
Interesting, thank you, God bless.
Thank you.
My name is Christian, and my question to you is, what do you eat to keep your form?
What do I do to keep my form?
What do you eat to keep your form?
Oh, really? I try to eat healthy, but we all have our days. But for the most part, I eat healthy. I try not to eat out, like fast food and stuff. I don't really eat fast food that much. But just a balanced diet. I meet with the nutritionist, and she tells me how to keep my diet balanced.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kendall Harvey, and my question is, because I'm in the International Business Academy, I would like to know what companies have contacted you for brand deals, either after you qualified or after you won the gold medal.
So I'm sponsored by Nike, so that's the major brand deal. And I just kind of started, so I think after this season, after 2017 season, I'll hopefully get more sponsorships and more brand deals. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kathy Pham, and my question is, do you have any stories from the Olympic Village in Rio?
Stories? I wish I would have known that I would have thought about the story. I can tell you like what it was like. So the Olympic Village, it was huge. There was like 27 like condo buildings. And so since USA was like the biggest country, we had our own condo, so everyone in our building was USA, like swimmers, the gymnastics were there, the gymnastics team was there. I saw Simone Biles and all the other gymnasts, and they're like right here to me. I was like, wow, you guys are a lot smaller in person. It was huge. There was a McDonald's inside of the Olympic Village, and it was free, like unlimited McDonald's. Everyone could just go in there and get McDonald's. But for us track athletes, we knew better till after our race to eat, and I didn't run to the end, so I didn't get McDonald's until the end. But I mean, it was a lot of fun. It was a huge community of just athletes from different sports, basketball. We saw, me and one of my friends, we made sure we took pictures with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving and all these basketball players. So it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Frankie Isley, and my question is, how crucial is family support for an athlete and why?
Oh, it's very crucial. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my family. I mean, my parents have instilled it in everything that I have in me. I pretty much got it from my parents, from my athletic ability to my values and my dedication, everything. So, I mean, it's very important. And all those, I think the most important thing is, I've had a lot of success, but I've also, failed sometimes. So I know my mom and my dad have been there for me, and I'm very thankful for the support that they've given me.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Cassandra Angeles, and my question is, how have the Olympics changed your future?
It definitely has changed my future. So I was on the relay, the 4x4 relay, but my goal was to be in the individual 400. So I think that this Rio Olympics it's definitely a motivation for me for the next time around to hopefully make it in the open 4 and in the 4x4 relay. So it's definitely a dream come true, but it's also, motivated me to strive for more, to achieve those goals that I didn't get to achieve this year.
Okay, thank you. And my question is, what most do you want to be remembered for and why?
I don't know, that's a hard question. What most do I want to be remembered for? I guess just my love of the sport. I really love track and field. It's my job, but I love it so much that it's just, I just want to be remembered for, how much dedication, how much I put into this, because it means so much to me. And I hope I can be an inspiration to other people, because I know growing up watching track and field, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the people that I looked up to. So I hope I can do that for somebody else.
Thank you, Courtney. Thank you for everything. And at this time, we're going to introduce our next guest. I'm going to bring to the microphone the Vice President and Acting President of the School Board, the voice of CFB Athletics for, 40 years at least, I guess, Mr. John Matthews.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Stanford Stadium. Whoa. This is Smith Gym, my bad. Okay. Yes, Coach Busby, I have been the announcer at Stanford Stadium for 2/3 of my life, which is longer than most of y'all have been alive, except for Coach. And I say that simply to let you know, first of all, I've announced every football game that Newman Smith has ever played, and Creekview and Ranchview. There was a guy before me at Turner, but he's been dead for about 50 years. Anyhow, as the announcer down there, I announce all the football games and all the track meets. So I have been able to see a tremendous amount of outstanding athletes grace that stadium. A lot of them went on to play college ball or participate in college athletics, whatever it is. Several of them played professionally. It's just been a real thrill to me to be part of that. Excuse me, I'm trying to fight a cold. We've got several former CFD people right now playing college athletics. We did have a couple playing pro ball, but I don't know if they still are. Track is my second favorite sport. I played football and track in high school, played football in college for a little bit, not very much, because the guy in front of me was an all-pro. But I love track. And in fact, when I say track is my second favorite sport, it's just barely behind football. Because track is such an individual, they call it an individual sport, not a team sport. That's wrong. I mean, Courtney didn't run all 4 of those legs by herself in Rio. Track is a team sport, made up of individual talent. But again, I've seen a lot of good athletes come through that stadium. I have never, in all my years, seen as talented an athlete in a particular race as Courtney Okolo. And okay, let's don't talk about Courtney right now. Let's talk about every time she lined up at Stanbridge from when she was just a little girl through her senior year, every time she lined up in the 400-meter dash. Let's don't think about her. Let's think about the other 7 girls that were lined up with her. They went up the starting line. They all go up there and they run through the blocks and do all that stuff. And they look over there and they see Courtney, usually in lane 4. That's where the studs get put for the finals. And they look over at Courtney, and what's going on in their minds? Because they know who she is, especially by the time she see her. Okay, they know. They ain't gonna win. All they can hope for is that silver medal. Because they know she got the gold. She can run backwards and beat most of them. So, anyway, she has, not only is she a tremendous athlete, she's a tremendous kid. She graduated from Texas in 4 years. I thought I was the only person that ever graduated from college in 4 years. Apparently she did. I'm playing. But she's made a lot of people proud in this town. She has made a lot of people proud in the United States of America. Oh, well, one more thing I forgot. At the state meet in 2012, and correct me if I'm wrong, she gets the baton. She runs an ankle leg in the 4x400 meter finals. She gets the baton. I believe Lancaster was in first place. She gets the baton about 75 yards behind the ankle leg of Lancaster. There's no way in that race, that talented group of athletes, there's no way you're going to win when you get the baton that far behind. Because Lancaster's got some pretty good folks too. That ankle leg in that race is without a doubt the finest ankle leg in Texas high school sports, track and field history. Because she caught up with, reeled her in like a big fish and beat her at the line. Nobody has ever done anything like that. Anyway. Okay, Bouncy told me I had 3 or 4 minutes, and he knows how I like to talk. I never met a microphone I didn't like. But anyway, again, I was saying, you made the United States of America proud. I don't know if you've heard me yelling through the TV when y'all got the gold medal, but I was. You made the state of Texas proud. You made the University of Texas proud. You made the city of Carrollton and Farmers Branch and all our surrounding cities proud. You made the Carrollton Farmers Branch Independent School District proud. And you certainly made Newman Smith High School proud. So on behalf of the Board of Trustees, the Carrollton Farmers Branch ISD, we thank you for being Courtney Okolo. And now it is my duty to introduce to you one of my boys. Let me clarify that. If you played football for me, I was a head coach of Perry for a long time. If you played football for me, you were one of my boys. You didn't have to be a stud. If you just played, and I refer to him that. They're all grown men now, but Coach Wrestling is one of my boys. And in fact, he still calls me Dad, and the next person that I'm going to introduce is also one of my boys. He's grown into a fine young man himself. He is the mayor pro tem of the city of Carrollton, and I'm guessing one of these days he's probably going to wind up being the mayor. And I am the only person, other than his wife and kid, that can pronounce his name. His name is Doug Rabachi. Ladies and gentlemen, Doug Rabachi, Mayor Pro Tem, City of Carrollton.
Well, good afternoon. Like every day, today is a great day to be a Newman Smith Trojan. I'm a proud graduate of Newman Smith, and this is something really, really tremendous for our community. I do have to share one quick story. I was elected in May 2012, and I have always believed that schools play a critical role in our community. And along those lines, the minute I got into City Hall, I pretty much insisted there is a student in Carrollton, Texas that deserved recognition. We were going to recognize him. And we do that now, and our standard's very, very high. It starts with state championships. It can go as high as with a gold medal, apparently. But I have to tell you, I think it was the very first recognition we did for a state champion was the women's 4x400 relay team. And someone had sent me this incredible video that Coach talked about. And if you haven't seen it, you need to go find it. But I get a lot of comments now because when we recognize those young ladies, we actually showed the video during a city council meeting. And some people say it was the longest 4 minutes of my political career, but I personally think it was 4 of the best minutes of my political career. It was an incredible thing. Having said that, very excited about how Courtney has represented her community, her school, and my son Jake over here is 12 years old. And I think this is just a tremendous example for the young citizens of Carrollton, because we now know for a fact that a kid from Carrollton and a kid from Newman Smith High School could win an Olympic gold medal, and that's a tremendous thing to be able to say. Courtney, you come on up. I do have a proclamation for you. Mayor Marchant was not able to be with us today, but he did send along the following proclamation. I'll read it for you now. It says, whereas Courtney Okolo graduated from Carrollton Newman Smith High School in 2012, and whereas, as a Lady Trojan, Okolo's 4x400 meter relay team won a state UIL 4A track meet. As a collegiate athlete at the University of Texas, she recorded the fastest ever NCAA semifinal time with a mark of 50.48. And whereas Courtney earned a position on the U.S. Olympic women's 4x400 meter relay team, where she went on to win an Olympic gold medal. That's still just amazing to say. At the 2016 Summer Olympic Games. And whereas the Carrollton community is proud of Courtney and her continued achievements locally, nationally, and now internationally. Now, therefore, I, Matthew Marchant, the Mayor of Carrollton, do hereby proclaim January 6, 2017 as Olympic gold medalist Courtney Okolo Day here in Carrollton. Courtney, congratulations. Now, one more thing, we did want to make sure we have a permanent mark for this occasion. So we have put together a sign that will be mounted forever here at Newman Smith High School. I'm not sure exactly where. It will be here forever, so we would like to model that now. So I'm going to ask Deputy Mayor Pro Tem Babick, Councilman Lansden, and my son Jay to come up and we'll unveil this sign over here.
Let us congratulate Courtney Okolo. Courtney Okolo. Olympic medalist here at Newman Smith High School. We're so glad that she's here. We're glad that you're here. We thank you for coming. And it's almost time